So the link between emotional regulation and self-trust. So emotional regulation equals self-trust. Because when we can regulate our bodies, when we can come into calm, when we can recognize the signs of us going either into that state of anxiety or the numb out, we build that self-trust. We are getting to know ourselves so much more. So we identify those things before they escalate, before they take us down a path of self-sabotage. If your emotions control you, you don't feel safe in yourself. So therefore you lack self-trust. If you don't trust yourself, you'll keep outsourcing your decisions to other people, and you will not heal these parts of you that you so desperately want to heal because you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself because you have made decisions in the past that you wish you didn't. But you also don't trust yourself because you're not in tune with yourself. And emotional regulation is how you go from reacting to just responding. And if I can just relate it back to that story of my son's father, I have stopped reacting and I'm just responding out of logic, out of care, out of calm. And that is honestly so freeing and so bloody powerful. And I want that for you too. If you were taught to ignore your own emotions, whether that's when you're a child, in your teenage years, even in this specific relationship that you're relating this to, that is why you struggle with self-trust. If you have been made to second guess yourself, if you had this yearning to just keep the peace instead of speaking up, if you choked, if you felt that in your throat, that's not honoring your needs. You know that. But you did it because you were in survival mode, right? I want you to just take a moment before we get into these reflections and just think about times where your intuition was yelling at you, screaming at you in, say, this toxic relationship, in this previous relationship, in your first relationship, wherever it may be, even in your relationship with your father, your mother, your siblings. Where did your gut tell you to walk away or to speak up and you ignored it, even though you knew you needed to take action? It maybe just have staying with this partner longer than you needed to or that you should have. Where did you question yourself in that situation? And use these prompts to really reflect on that. Where do I abandon myself to make others comfortable? People pleasing. So common. I think I stayed with my son's dad probably 2 years over its expiry. I mean, in hindsight, probably the whole relationship, but I got my beautiful son out of it. So, you know, but I think I gave him like 4 chances when I broke up with him. I could feel shame around that disappointment, but I'm owning it. Because now in the future, I have enough self-trust to know I'm going to make the right decisions. So how can you start trusting your feelings instead of questioning them? Feel into this, don't rush it. Take your time. and then jump into the next lesson.